Agri Commissioner stated that NSUKWA money is being saved for them. What in your disposition of the community and the union regarding money being saved for the community?
That is serious. We never appointed him treasurer or bank for NSUKWA Development Union to claim that he's saving our money. He has no reason or reasons whatsoever to save NSUKWA money. We never appointed him. They cannot save our money. I want to say without fear or favor that his action is intentional one. Why do I say so? I remember from 2017 to date when his predecessor, Honorable Augustine Chikezie was a commissioner. He intentionally withheld our money until handed over to the present Commissioner for Agriculture. So it is arrangement. They plan together to hold that money. So I remember vividly that on 29th day of June 2018, the NSUKWA Development Union met in the office of the commissioner then, Honorable Chikezie, where we agreed just for peace to reign and to enable us forge ahead. We agreed to part 20% of that money to the traditional ruler of NSUKWA, Obi Dr. Kenneth Ezebunem. But yet, Chikezie continued to withhold that money until handed over to the present commissioner. And the present commissioner told the same way. So he cannot save our money. They are holding it for the reasons best known for them.
Not holding their money. The fact is that the IMC pays certain amount of royalty to the kingdom. And we have what we call the NSUKWA Development Union also, I think something like that. So they have conflict with the Obi of NSUKWA. And based on that, because when we pay, when the check is released, it is released to the Obi, we'll later maybe give it to the NSUKWA Development Union. But because of the eternal conflict, if we release the check to Obi, Obi will not, Obi, because the check is written, I think, NSUKWA Development Union. So if we give the check to Obi now, Obi will give it to people whom he is not in agreement with. And so it became a problem. So that's why I say, okay, that's the case, we should hold the money. So the money is there. They pay it yearly. So it's not a matter of, it's not the account of Ministry of Agri. They pay it yearly. So anytime they demand for the money, the check is already there. They will give them the check. They can collect their money. It's not, obviously, it's our own organization, our own company. Obviously, it's a government company that manages all our oil palm company. So the problem is not even between Ministry of Agri or government and NSUKWA or government and IMC. Rather, the problem is between the community and their leadership, the OB and their leadership. So whenever they resolve, the matter came, we try to resolve the matter. We went to Justice. Justice also prevailed to try and resolve the matter. No headway. Okay, just now push it to the local government chairman, council chairman, to go and resolve. Up to today, the matter is still hanging. So we have no option. Whenever they request for their check and they've resolved, we'll give it to them. So to me, the money is being saved for them. Anytime they are able to...
You say there have been needs in the community for that money. And if there are, what were the exact needs and the reaction of the people when those money have not been made available?
Yes, we have reacted in different ways by going to people's right to demand for the money. Although they played their part, but I know as a fact that is the duty of that Agri Commissioner to make the payment. And our people are not comfortable. We have reacted in different ways. At the time, we resolved to protest. But in another way, we agreed, following the advice of Commissioner for Attorney General of Delta State. Because I remember in 2017, he advised us in a very strong term that we must ensure that peace reigns in NSUKWA. So to that end, we have not done anything that may mar that peace in NSUKWA. So our people are not comfortable with the action of the present Commissioner of Agriculture, so also his predecessor. they have done harm to people of NSUKWA, because what we're supposed to have done with that money from 2017 to date is hindered and marred in a very strong term. They have not done us any good, and our people are not happy with them.
Referring to what the Commissioner for Agri said about what has been happening there, the checks that they normally give to them by the OPC there's a formula how they prepare the check and how they hand it over. One, the OPC will write a check, put the name of the Towns Union, NSUKWA Development Union, but the check will be given to the OB. OB was supposed to hand over the check to the Towns Union, and they share it based on the sharing formula, which they showed us while we were handling that problem in Attorney General's office. But from all indications, the OB has refused to hand over the checks to them. So what happened was that we have written to the Attorney General that the tenure, when the NSUKWA Development Union wrote to us that they want to conduct election because their tenure has come to end, we advise them no, let them give us time to call both the Towns Union and the traditional ruler so that we can settle it here before anything. And they obeyed. The Towns Union executive obeyed. They suspended the election. Then we invited them. To my surprise, the OB refused to attend. So we have written our letter to the Attorney General telling him that the election he conducted last has elapsed, that he needs to come and do the second another election. So we are waiting for him. We copied the Commissioner for Agriculture that anything should remain static. No checks, nothing will be approved or given to anybody until the election of the Towns Union. So I learned the OB went ahead to constitute interim whatever, which is illegal, and we have informed the authorities that anything that OB does as regards the Towns Union, if it is not through election, is null and void.
Remember the Commissioner for Agri mentioning the case have been referred to the local government chairman. The local government chairman equally said that he has intervened on several occasions. And I remember him equally making reference to the peaceful disposition of NDU. By your understanding, how would you describe the mediation that have gone into this so far?
Yes, to the council chairman, Honorable Chief Izukwe, I must appreciate him and thank him so much, because he has played a very important role to ensure that peace reigns in NSUKWA. From time to time, he will call, he will advise us, and we have followed his instructions to the letter. I remember in June, when we slated the election for 27th to June 2020, we wrote him, informing him of the election. We also wrote the Attorney General of the state to come and serve as a principal observer. We wrote to the OB of NSUKWA, informing him of the election. But to our greatest surprise, the OB wrote to the council, telling the council that we slated the election, it was not told, and our time has not expired. And I know as a fact that it was written, and we served him through courier service, but he denied that we never informed him. But in another letter, he confirmed that we served him a letter informing him of the pending election through courier service. So the OB was told, but he now wrote to the council telling the council that he was not told, he was not informed. He went further to say that our tenure has not expired. But to our greatest surprise, he went further to constitute interim committee of NSUKWA Development Union. But the council did not stop there. He wrote a letter to the NDU and the OB in council, inviting us for a meeting for reconciliation. But that day, the OB turned down the request of the chairman of the council. So the OB has not done us any good. But for the council, he has done his best. And for the issue of the money, the commissioner never referred the issue of payment to the council chairman. But for the issue of reconciliation, mediating to ensure that peace reign, that's the area the council chairman intervened in at different times. He did the best to ensure that peace reign. So it's not the council chairman that withheld our money, and it did not in any way deter the payment of that money.
It is referenced from the commissioner for agri that the check were presented at the time. Why would the check be presented and money not cashed?
It's okay. I remember, as a matter of fact, on 16th day of August 2017, check of 4 million naira was presented to the OB, right in my presence, by the management of Oil Palm Company. He received the check. However, the check was drawn in the name of NSUKWA Development Union. But after the receipt of the check, the OB told me, look at you, here is the check. You people have written series of letters with intention to get the check. I've gotten it. That blood you people want to go and shed it, the blood. So I left it too. And from that day to date, the OB never released the check to us. So for now, I cannot tell the true position or whereabout that check presented to the OB in 2017.
Okay, that said, in the final analysis, the local government chairman mooted the idea of ensuring that the Attorney General who supervised the previous election, that they are putting heads together to ensure another election. What is the disposition of the community towards going through election and constituting a substantive NDU?
Yes, we are ready. Because before this time, as at that June, we wrote to the various communities in NSUKWA, informing them of the date of the election, that they should nominate their own 3 candidates, and also 1 person that will serve as a member of the electoral committee. So the council chairman played his part. So, but for now, we are ever ready to ensure that the NDU election is conducted fair and free one for that matter.
So finally, looking forward, what is your disposition towards the new NSUKWA?
We are peaceful, we are still living together, and I thank God that God has started to intervene in different areas.